Instability here at quarterback this whole season was a huge storyline. Where does Minnesota go from here?
And Kevin, is kind of interesting because you look at every situation between a quarterback and a head coach, and they're joined at the hip. Their careers basically coincide with each other. You know, at the end of every season, I do my quarterback big board. I go through every pass, every quarterback throws, and I evaluate their play from that season, their career. And it's amazing. The lower third of my quarterback big board, and of the 10 coaches I project in the hot seat, almost coincide with the lower half of the big board. So that goes to show me. You've got to have your quarterback. And Leslie Frazier has whiffed on the quarterback position in Minnesota, and that's the reason he's looking for employment right now. You whiffed when you had Christian Ponder. He wasn't the guy. You bring in Matt Castle and Josh Freeman. That's why you go 5-10-1. If you can't get the right quarterback, your job is always on the line.
Kevin, I always look at my big board, my player big board. I look at all players, all right? When you look at a head coach, you know, people always go, how will he be successful? I will tell you this. As far as a head coach goes, if you could tell me who the assistants will be, I can probably tell you how successful that head coach will be. And I'm not minimizing the quarterback position because actually that is a critical, vital part of being a head coach and building a franchise to be consistent with it. But I remember when Chuck Noll resigned, Bill Cowher became the head coach, very young head coach. But here was his staff: Dom Capers, Dick LeBeau, Marvin Lewis, Ron Earhart, who was one of the great offensive coordinators with the Giants and won Super Bowls with him. That was his staff. That's who he got as his staff, and that actually helped him as a head coach. So what I'm saying is, I understand the Minnesota aspect too, the politics, you know, I'm trying to, this new stadium, you know, all that stuff that goes on there. But whoever becomes that head coach too, the staff is so vital to being successful.
Do they have enough on this team, though, with Adrian Peterson there? I mean, when they, whoever
Listen, that is significant.
In,
Listen, Adrian Peterson and what they do just there takes care of one phase of your offense. To Jaws' point, they have not been able to complement that. When you have a guy like Adrian Peterson, if you could just complement that on a consistent basis, well, you're there. I mean, you're halfway there. Now, listen, you're not going to always find the Peyton Mannings and Bradys and Rodgers and Roethlisbergers of this league. But, boy, doesn't mean you can't find somebody that is consistent and good enough to complement one of the best phases that we have in the NFL.
Mario, you talked about assistant coaches. Where are the head coaches coming from? Who are the guys in that pool right now of head coaches that you can project to come to the NFL and be effective head coaches? And I agree with Mario. You need good assistant coaches, and that's why it's important you hire your head coach right now. But who are those head coaches that you can say, oh, Leslie Frazier's out, I got X coming in, we're going to win? Or, you know, I got Mike Shanahan out, I got X coming in, we're going to win. Where are those guys? How many Chip Kellys are out there? Very few.
With Chip's success so far in year one in Philadelphia, can you see, we've seen it before where owners are scared to go to the college ranks